I am attempting to turn myself from a novice sports bettor to a professional sports bettor. If you are new here, this is the Rational Football League show. My name is Brendyn. My friends call me B, and I am doing a content series, more like a experiment or some sort of study called B versus the books. Basically, throughout this NFL season, I'm going to place bets without using really any advanced resources or skills or anything like that. They're just going to be looking at trends based off a team's performance or a player's performance and just trying to make sound and rational bets. And if you are new to the channel, please sub to us. We do more than sports betting content. We really talk about the NFL and also college football. We do kind of like reactionary videos. We also go over any major headlines there that are going on right now and kind of give you all our thoughts. So for NFL Week 1, I did place a bet for Thursday Night Football and then also a bet for Friday Night Football, which is kind of weird to say. My Thursday night bet was Kansas City -3, and that hit. And my Friday night bet was Jordan Love over 22.5 completions, which did not hit. That was a miss. So we're looking at 1-1 so far for the season. I think I'm down like 0.02 units, so almost break even. But yeah, hopefully we can rebound here on Sunday. So I will stop with the yapping and get to my picks for the Sunday slate for NFL Week 1. Pick number 1 is going to be Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown. That's -115 on FanDuel is what I got it for. And for this bet, I don't need to say much about Tyreek Hill, right? He's top 3 receiver in the NFL right now. You can maybe put him at number 1, right? He scored 13 touchdowns last season. Again, like last season stats don't carry any weight for this season, but you would hope that trend will keep on going up this year, right? And the line for the Jaguars Dolphins games is -49.5. So they kind of forecast a good amount of scoring. Since Tyreek Hill is the best offensive weapon for the Dolphins, you would hope that he would get a little bit of love and maybe a score here. So yep, I got Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown -115 on FanDuel. Pick number 2 is Jackson Smith and Jigba over 43.5 receiving yards. That's -114 on FanDuel. For this one, Seattle didn't really use JSN a whole lot last year. Is kind of a crowded receiver room there with DK and Tyler Lockett. But at some point, they gotta use him, right? He's a former first round pick. Seattle does have a brand new staff, so that means a brand new offensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb. He was the OC for Washington University last year. One thing Washington did a lot of was throw it, right, with Michael Penix Jr. and that very stacked wide receiver room. So hey, maybe they spread the ball around a little bit more this season. And JSN, I just need him to get 43.5 yards. This doesn't seem like a whole lot. That seems like a really good value play to me. That could be a couple catches for him. So yeah, give me JSN over 43.5 yards. That's -114 on FanDuel. The third pick is going to be a little bit of a surprise just because he is known, I think, but he's not a big name in the league. If you're outside of the Chicago sports market, you probably don't care too much for him, and that is Cole Kmet, tight end for the Bears. I found his receiving yards line of 22.5 on FanDuel for -114. This bet on the surface might seem stupid because the Bears have so many mouths to feed. Why would you bet on the Bears tight end, right? He's pretty much like weapon number 4 or 5 for them, right? But the thing is, I expect a lot of 12 personnel to be played by the Bears. So, and 22.5 yards is not a whole lot, right? Like, especially in that offense, especially with Caleb, who can push the ball downfield, that could almost be 2 catches worth of yardage, right? So I'm going to try. And lastly, I am picking the Texans spread of -2.5 over the Colts. That's -114 on FanDuel. It might be my own bias, but I think the Texans should be one of the better teams this year. I know the Texans are on the road week 1, but I think the Colts might be a little bit rusty. Anthony Richardson coming off a injury last year, didn't play a whole lot of ball, right? So he has to get back in the rhythm of things. So yeah, give me Texans -2.5. And that's all for week 1. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, this is Brendyn, aka B, with the Rational Football League show, and we'll see you in the next one.